Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Super Mario Sunshine playthrough. This is part 8, and we're going straight into Noki Bay to chill with the Noki Babes. This is only episode 2, right? It should be. Yes, the boss of the Tricky Ruins. So now, this is a bit different from the first level. We're still trying to figure out what is polluting the lake. Hopefully we can figure that out. We're gonna go meet this dude's old man, uncle thing. And maybe he can give us some guidance as to what we should be doing after we jump on his head. Yes, we've returned the waterfall to normal, but yes, his theory was way off and the water is still dirty. So now he's gonna want us to traverse through all these like ancient ruins of Noki Bay. I remember having a lot of trouble with this as a kid for some reason, but it was like really easy. I don't know. There was something about these ruins that like I remember being put off by when I was thinking about the game, but it was like the easiest thing ever. Maybe it's like finding the blue coins here or something, or I don't know. There was something about this level that like I thought was gonna be difficult, but it was actually really easy. See, all you gotta do is just make your way up these ruins. Yeah, I think that's the wrong way. Yes, this is more of the correct direction. You just wanna make your way up here. There appear to be some bloopers, that may or may not be a hint towards what boss we're going to be fighting. But, you know, can't say anything for sure just yet. Not until we get to the top. So here, you're supposed to obviously go to the left when you're down here, then go around, but I decided to take a shortcut, mostly because I didn't see that way to the left, honestly. I've seen this, like, me do this like 3 times now, like I did it, then I edited it, and now I'm doing it, and now I'm like looking at it here, and I only just now noticed it was like the path to the left. I was really confused when I was playing. I was like, how am I supposed to get through? And I thought you were supposed to hover, and I was like, I don't remember ever having to do that. But there we go. It's because I missed it. I'm a fool. Because now that we're at the top, and you can hear him. Yep. Goopa Blooper is in fact back for the 3rd time, because this makes a lot of sense. And this one's got little goons with him, which make this fight a little bit annoying, but they're very easily dealt with. Luckily, you just stomp on their little heads. Like so. And this is just the same as before. You get the 2 tentacles, you pull them off, then you get the corkscrew nose, and you pull that too. And you're chilling. You are chilling. And you just gotta do that twice. Now here I was trying to like see if I could ground pound that block like before he came back. I missed it, but he kind of pushed me off it because he was like moving back to the position. So there's a chance you could still do it. And I'm actually definitely interested in trying that again, to be honest. But I guess it's for another day. Yeah, I really thought that like you could do it. And I am still convinced you can do it, but we'll see. Yeah, there we go. Goopa Blooper is dead once more. Because, you know, why not fight the same boss 3 times? But see, like, you don't even ground pound that like, brick to break it in the first place. It just breaks on its own, so maybe you can't break it. But it's one of those breakable ones. Like, it looks like one of them. But, anyway. Shine. 35. Nice. Going straight into episode 3. Red coins in a bottle. Now, I know this part, just side note, I know this part's like a bit on the long side, like 26 minutes. I really like tried to cut out like everything that I could, but I really like was struggling to cut stuff out. Like I said, it's hard to like know how long to record for, because I'm trying to record like a part at a time, and then I edit that down as that part. So like when I recorded this was always gonna be part 8, and then it's like hard to know how I'm doing on time, because I know there's always stuff I'm gonna cut out. So it's like I always try to go a bit over what I'd like to like have the part be. So like I want the part to be like 50 minutes. We're not gonna sit there and record for 15 minutes because one, I might be in the middle of a level. But generally, you know, we keep it around. I want to keep it around like 50 minutes, but like, I always know there's stuff to cut out. So go over like 20-ish, 25 minutes, depending on like what's going on. Like if I'm failing a lot, then I'll like be going over a lot of time. So it's really hard to judge like exactly, like how much time I'm working with. But I was doing like sort of well with time in the previous parts of the playthrough. For the most part, I think it's just like this one seems to be a bit of an outlier when it comes to the time. There's a chance it'll happen again. I really can't guarantee that it won't. I think they're generally okay after this because I've edited pretty much everything that I have recorded now. And I think generally they're at like an okay length. So it should be good. Because we are nearly done with the... In fact, I think they're on the shorter side because we are nearly done with like collecting all the shines in levels. We just have Noki Bay and then there's one more level after that. Or like one more world. But anyway, collecting red coins, sort of just did that. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Mostly just floating around and then they're just like in these like little ruins. It's nothing like too difficult. Now, there is like an infamous Easter egg in these ruins that I'm sure everybody has heard of like 1,000 times, but I figured I'd show it off anyway because I've never actually seen it in the game myself. So I was like, I'll go and look for it. There's like a door somewhere. It's just down here to the right there. Yeah, there's like a door, and if you pan the camera to the side, you can see a book. There it is. Yeah, a little book. I don't remember much else about the Easter egg apart from that it exists. So there you go. Getting that shine feels good, man. That cut was a bit early. I don't know what happened there, but that did happen. I don't know what happened there. I must have dragged it too far along in the timeline. Oh well, we got the shine. You all saw it happen. Just a little editing boo-boo. But here we go. Now that we finished our training with dealing with stuff underwater, we're now going to dive into the waterfall itself. So first we must navigate our way back to the top, and I figured I'd leave this in because this is the first time we're going up to the top with it all clear. But spoilers, we do have to do this again, and I cut it out. So it's all good. And it doesn't take that long anyway, unless you mess it up like I do. But easily recovered. Yes, here we go. Turns out there is a giant eel at the seafloor, so we must go save him, or stop him, or clean him, or something. But we must dive into the waterfall, so that is what we shall be doing. Now, I don't know if I'd be a big fan of doing this myself, but Mario seems down, so can't say I'm too keen at swimming on the seafloor with a big eel. I will say that, like, while this isn't like the best mission in the game, it's definitely like one of the nice looking ones. I think it looks super cool. Maybe not like one of the nicer looking ones, but I think it looks really cool in general. I don't think it's one of the more aesthetically pleasing ones. I just think it's neat. And Flood is detecting high levels of toxicity down here at the seafloor. Well, Flood is the toxic one in the relationship, so it's probably him. So yeah, this mission, it's all about cleaning this dude's teeth. You know, clean your teeth, kids, is the message here. So all you gotta do is gotta go down, make him open his mouth, and then you just want to use the hover nozzle to hover above and spray his teeth. Just like so. Fairly straightforward. He will try and give you the suck. You want to avoid that by just hovering away. You will obviously lose life while in the water. They didn't give you the best like diving gear. It still like slowly kills you. So you want to make sure you're keeping an eye on that and replenishing your health with coins There are plenty of coins around like the sides, so you really shouldn't have too much trouble. But it can be a bit annoying, having to keep going like back and forth, and like finding coins you haven't picked up before. Because while there are plenty, there's like you want to get the closer. I always get the closer ones first because obviously that's easier. And then you have to like kind of actually look around for coins. But there are like plenty of coins. There's like 6 right there. And there's like a bunch around the other sides and like above us, and there's another 6 there. Unfortunately, we floated a little too high. But we're running low again, so we're gonna get more coins. It's just a little slow, really. Like Mario just moves like real slow while underwater, which is like, kind of annoying. So while I do like the level, it's just the navigating in the water is just a bit unfun. But we will get there. So I'm like really tunneled on this golden tooth. Probably would have just been easier to do one of the other ones first. You know, he's trying to give us the sock, but unfortunately, we sort of let him give it to us. Flood isn't a fan. Can't say I'm a fan. But there we go. Hopefully now we can actually clean some teeth, because we seem to be messing that up. Might just be easier to clean teeth that aren't the golden one. Oh, there we go, look, we got one. And it fell out. That was unfortunate. He lost a tooth. Well, maybe you should clean them. That's my opinion, though. You know, I'm a simple man. I'm not a dentist. You don't have to listen to me when I say clean your teeth. You do what you want. Need more coins. Feels good, man. Trying to get up. He seems to be a lot taller this time. It's very hard to scale. And here we go, he's giving us a suck again. This time we avoid it because we are professionals. Try and clean this tooth again. This is the golden one, right? Yeah. That time we get it easy. Sometimes it feels like a bit more difficult to clean the teeth. I don't know. Maybe it's just because like I'm higher up, because I'm obviously constantly like hovering, and that makes it like a little bit harder. Here he is, giving us a suck again. We avoid it once more, easily enough. Off topic, but story time. Lately, like the past couple weeks, well, more like 10 days or so. I don't know. Still, let's call it 2 weeks. I've been on a bit of like a retro, I don't know, retro palooza. And palooza's an awful word. Retro. I've been a retro fiend. I don't know. And I've been like really into like finding some of the older stuff again. Like I actually I didn't own a GameCube since like the Wii, because logically when I was a kid this made a lot of sense to get rid of the GameCube, because the Wii could pretty much do everything that a GameCube could, but like use the GBA player. And I didn't really use it much at the time anyway. So it made sense to get rid of the GameCube once I got the Wii, because obviously I had the Wii, which could do anything I wanted. If I wanted to play GameCube games, I could do that. If I wanted to use the GBA connectors, like in the controller ports, I could do that too. And, well, lately, I kind of wanted to, like, I've always been a bit of a collector. Not, like, majorly, but it's, like, always been something I've been interested in. Where, like, I don't know, when I was, like, 13 or so, or, like, 12, I, like, got really into it. I remember buying like a Nintendo 64 at like this local store, and it came like boxed and everything. It was like on my birthday too. Like I got some money on my birthday, and that was literally like the one thing I wanted was a Nintendo 64. And this is after the GameCube would come out. I don't know if the Wii would come out at this time, because this isn't when I was 13. That made it sound like this is on my 13th birthday. I don't know when this was. I think this is before my 13th birthday, but I don't know for sure. I don't think it was. Because I remember, I think my 13th birthday is when I actually got my first bank account. Because I got enough money to open a bank account, I think is what happened. So it must have been before then. because yeah, it had to be before this. So like when I was like 11, 10 maybe, I don't know. Sometime after the GameCube came out. Because I remember I played Thousand Year Door and Mario Party 4. And to my amazement, they had games before them. So like they were sequels. And then when I learned about that, I was like, dude, this Nintendo 64 thing sounds amazing. I want one. So then like on one of my birthdays, I got like enough money to go to this local store. And then they had a Nintendo 64 like boxed and everything. And I was like, dude, I'm getting this. And I still have it today. It's just, it's right above me in the attic or the loft or whatever. And got like controllers, and I got a couple games for it, like boxed and stuff. I have like Ocarina of Time, I think, in the box with the manual and everything. I don't know. And then that later then became like, and then when I was like 12, 13, like a little later, I got like way more into it, and like I started buying stuff for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Cause I had an SNES when I was a kid. That was like, well, cause that was one thing my parents had. So like when I was born, they still had it. So that's what I played on a lot, along with like a PS1. But they never had an N64, so that's why I had to like go and buy one myself. We like skipped a generation. We went from the SNES to the GameCube for some reason. And yeah, I remember buying like a bunch of stuff for the SNES. Like I bought Mario Paint in the box with the mouse and the mouse pad thing. It's mouse like plastic, like the plastic pad thing. I got that. And but yeah, that's like sort of when I started like getting into collecting, and like I've even got like a Sega Mega Drive and stuff. And I have a Commodore 64, but some of the wires are broken on it. That was just given to me by someone. I don't remember who, but someone like just gave that to us. So I'm not really gonna complain about broken wires when we got a Commodore 64 for free. Like I actually remember like when I got it, I like, because on Skype you could have like, well, this is the time when I was using Skype, the real nostalgic trip. You could like change your Skype status message or whatever, and I actually changed it to just got a Commodore 64, and I was like all really excited about it. Fortunately, I couldn't use it, but yeah, I don't know. It's still cool to have it. Still have it today. I don't know. I've always been interested in stuff like getting like box games and crap and consoles. Anyway, back to the point of the story. Lately I've been like on a GameCube like binge, I guess, or like been really feeling the GameCube, and evident by me playing games that I played that were on the GameCube when I was a kid, like Sunshine, which I mean still on the GameCube now, but Tai was that was the GameCube game for me when I was a kid. So I don't know. And like I've been like looking at like some of the GameCube games I used to play as a kid, and I'm just like, oh my god, this game was so cool. Like Four Swords Adventures, the Legend of Zelda game. That game was absolutely like bonkers great. I love that. Pokemon Coliseum and XD, great games too, still have them. The Zelda Master Collection, great game. Also, going back to the actual like video here, instantly just dying in this little floodless level. I thought that was pretty fun. I actually thought that was really funny at the time. This level, I remember being really difficult. And I think it is still difficult to this day. I don't think this is like an easy level. But, I definitely didn't have as much trouble with it as I thought. Now, I was checking for some lives here because I was like convinced I was going to die a bunch. Which is, you know, always a good idea, but all there was a coin, and I was too lazy to do it for these next two. So we're just gonna go with what we got, even though we lost the life like instantly from just wall jumping to the start. But anyway, oh yeah, but lately been really feeling the GameCube, so like I bought one on eBay, and that's like in my room now. I can't play it because I don't have like my TV. Or like none of my monitors have the appropriate thing. What's it? They can't take it like the composite cables, the AV cables, or anything. And components for GameCube are like £300. So I'm not trying to spend £300 on some cables. Unfortunately. But I mostly wanted the GameCube, to be honest, just to like kind of collect it, because that's, you know, what I'm like into. That was like my childhood. It's like if I want to like play GameCube, I can just do it on the Wii. Like I use Dolphin. I would like to play on like the Wii and the GameCube and record off there, which I could, but the quality just like it's so like different, and like the methods to record like and upscale the GameCube and Wii games to like look good. It's like it's a lot of stuff, and like I can't really set it up. So that's why I use Dolphin for the most part. Just it looks better, it's easier to set up, and like I don't know. I've been looking into setting it up for the actual consoles, and there's so many wires and stuff. And like I could get them, but I really just don't have like a lot of room for all of them. I barely have room like now for what I have. But I don't know, maybe that'll be a thing in the future. So I guess like the question is like, do I want to like record videos that look better, like Sunshine? Like Sunshine looks really good because it's on Dolphin. Or do I want to record like the authentic experience? Right, that's like the question I'm like asking myself. Also, I did the thing again, right? I edited it too soon, and like it transitions like too soon. I don't know how I don't know how I've done that like twice. Anyway, yeah, that's the dilemma with like recording GameCube games, or Wii games in general. From the actual console, it's just the quality just does not look as good. So I don't know what people value more, really. If anyone like has an opinion on it that's watching this video, you know, feel free to say in the comments. I'll gladly listen. You know, authenticity or like looking good is the real question. Anyway, this Super Mario Sunshine level, this Shadow Mario level is complete. It's complete balls. So I decided to speed it up by like 300% because trying to like navigate through all this and killing him and like spraying him constantly was just so annoying. It took way too long. So I decided to like just speed that up because it was like the worst level ever. But there we go, getting the 40th shine. Woohoo! Waha, sorry. And that now leads us into the final episode of Noki Bay, the red coin fish. So this is another level with the waterfall. We must dive back into the waterfall and collect some red coins if that was not obvious enough. Yep. Use the shortcut to the top, but I have the best shortcut, and it's this baby. I never actually talked to this baby before, or like talked to this mom before. So I was like, what? I don't even remember her. So that's why I was like pretty interested in talking to them. I don't know. But here we go, diving into the waterfall. So it's pretty simple, this level. I mean, it's self-explanatory. You got to collect some red coins. With this fish. It's like the gimmick is that like all the red coins, but I think like one are like floating with this fish, or they might all be actually. All these like red coins are floating with this fish, and like he like explodes and they spread out everywhere. Then they like, come back together. You just want to like follow this little like cluster, and you'll be sitting pretty honestly when the fish is like back. Like already at 4, 5, 6, about to get the 7th. Like yeah, all the 8 red coins are just here like in one big pile. We nearly get them all in one. Unfortunately, we could not quite make it. But I never actually noticed this before. This little like circle of like Nokis. I thought this was cool. It's like this is cool as hell. I never like noticed this before. I thought it looked super cool. The music in this level is like actually amazing as well. Like it's so like peaceful, so calming. It's I don't know, it's 10 out of 10 music in this stage. Honestly, I could stay in here forever. And I'd be happy. But yeah, unfortunately, we missed the red coin again because we were just being fools. But hopefully, we can get it now, wherever it may be. And there it is with the fish. And there we go, the 8th red coin. Yeah, that's probably one of the easiest like red coin missions in the game. One of the easiest missions in the game, period. And there we go. yeah, I don't know, this music, I'm just like listening to it again. I don't know, really feeling it. It's honestly really good. I could just listen to this on like, I could just sleep to this, honestly. Like sleeping to music's not something I really do. I usually sleep to like streams, like stuff like that. Or like when I was like young, I used to like sleep to TV shows in general, or like put a DVD on and sleep to that. Nowadays it's just streams, but I could probably sleep to this song if I wanted to. But anyway, with that being said, I'm not gonna go to sleep, but this video is over. So thank you so much for watching this video if you did. Hope you enjoyed my little retro story. I'm sure I'll be talking about it more in the future, because I wasn't really done with the story or talking about it. It's just I felt like I had to talk about the game at least a little bit. But anyway, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I hope to see you in the next part. Goodbye.